do it. Every time he lead a
It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports, and it's presented by EA Sports. It's the Buccaneers and the Birds, and it's all up next.
Well, you folks at home can see the evidence. Snow and supposedly a few inches yet to fall here at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Philadelphia Eagles. Welcome again, one and all. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Brandon Gaudin on hand alongside Charles Davis. And yes, the storyline here, the weather. Snow and more of it expected as this game continues. So how will that impact how this one goes?
Can these teams ignore the distraction and the strangeness of playing in a snow game? Because it actually affects the crowd as well. That big roar you get is often muffled when there's a snow game. And the second part, what's the footwear you got on? Does that fit the turf you're playing on? And how will it handle as things get a little bit slick?
Entering play call screen.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Tampa Bay's offense set to take the field. And, of course, at quarterback, 23-year veteran who's had a Hall of Fame career several times over, the great Tom Brady.
And at one point he announced to the NFL world that he had accomplished everything he needed to and was going to retire, but then reversed that decision. And I think everyone who likes football loves the fact that he's still out there throwing it around and still at the top of his game. And a career that's seen and accomplished just about everything, he figured there was always room to add to that legacy.
First play, first pass for Brady. He completes this to Russell Gage. And they're able to get this one across the 35. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and first down. Now Brady. And he'll just get rid of it.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Brady. And break. The tight end's got it. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Again, they'll throw with Brady. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So we see it right here on the opening drive, throwing the football in these snowy conditions. Going to be very, very tough. You wonder if they're going to rethink the aerial attack going forward.
It will be interesting, and it'll be a debate because most of the quarterbacks that we know, they believe they can throw through anything. They don't care if it's rain, snow, it doesn't matter as long as they get a chance to throw the football. And I think a lot of coaches think that in these conditions, let's throw it early before things get worse.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. Commit predictions. RPO zone ready to selected.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Inside zones click selected.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. They'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
But first down, Hurts. Looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
You have 30 options. Inside zone is selected.
Here's a handoff out of the gun, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From the 4, this is second down and 1. Here's Hurts to throw. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Eagles use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game.
You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be fielded inside the 5. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. To throw is Brady. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Kaiser White, the former safety, gets the sack. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though. And they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Well, that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On play action, it's Brady. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going.
Entering play call, coach suggestions, there are 7 categories.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Brady gives this to White. Now the ball comes loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he gets the first down.
Succop's kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now at 6-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Hurts.
Circle button.
Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping them from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. So what a call there. They get 9 on the fake punt and a first down. And I don't know what the method is to know when to dial up a fake punt, when not to, whatever the method there, it worked for them.
I think you actually did explain it. There is no method. It's just a feel, a sense, and a healthy dose of guts in order to call that play in that situation.
Element of surprise, I guess, right?
Yeah, element of surprise and just a strong belief that, hey, we're going to get it done.
It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Entering play call, coach suggestions, there are 9 categories.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. From the gun, they'll try to run it. They'll get this down to the 38. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Predictions are selected.
6-3 is our score after 1. It's the NFL on EA Sports. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Hurts sets up to throw it. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. The Bucs and Eagles, you might remember, playoff opponents a season ago. The Eagles snuck in as the number 7 seed in the NFC, but the Bucs ran out to a 31-0 lead and ultimately cruised to a 31-15 victory in Tampa.
Entering play call, coach suggestions.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
RPO zone peak is selected. Square button. Triangle button. Square button.
Throwing is Hurts.
Triangle button.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Brady's throw there and incomplete.
That tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. And Brate has it over the middle. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Brady. And this is going to be incomplete.
Coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
R1 button. Square button.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Pretty fortunate there, the interception that ended the last drive, and then boom, the first pass here almost picked on this drive.
Yeah, I think you could definitely call him to question his decision-making here in the first half.
Certainly not the best of decisions there. Lucky that one wasn't picked. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 30 options.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down.
R1 button. Square button. Triangle
Throwing
button.
from the gun, it's Hurts.
Square button.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Watkins. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think inclement weather plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
Speed dig. RPO sweep key. Smash return.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Square button.
They'll drop to throw.
Over
the middle, complete. That's Brown. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 30 options. Stretch alert rookie is selected. Cross button.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
Button. Square button. Triangle button.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That's Akeem Hicks, the towering NFL vet, coming in for the sack.
And another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Square button.
And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now fourth down.
There are 9 categories. You have 18 options.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and that will keep this a 3-point game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Entering play
now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
On second down, here's Fournette pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
That's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
He's throwing first down. There is incomplete. Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air.
Triangle button.
Fielded just inside the 20. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Eagles will have it taking over first and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off, and the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. And now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one, and they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
A 2nd and 10 on a chilly, snowy December day. And I must say, I'm loving it. Kind of putting me in the holiday spirit. Charles hates it. And he's giving me the evil eye, folks. And they see right through that defensively. As he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Brady. Evans, fast footwork, and he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Succop's kick is good, and that will tie things up at 6-6. Well, they got the turnover in great field position, but unable to do anything with it. And they're left taking the easy 3 on the field goal.
Yeah, you're right about that. A great chance at a short field touchdown. On a sudden change, you take the ball away. You expect your offense to put it into the end zone. But they'll take the 3 for now, even if they feel just a little bit let down.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
54 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10.
R2 button.
They'll go option to the short side. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 12, Hurts. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. Well, he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. AHB dive. FB dive.
Going with their tight end on 4th. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Brady now on 1st down. And Brady, the tight end's got it. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Again, it's Brady. Evans has it left side. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looks like a Buccaneer was able to corral it. Yes, the Bucs have it. Tampa Bay keeps the possession. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Boy, Brandon, a missed opportunity there at the end of this first half. You'd love to give your guys a lead going into the break, but this effort doesn't find the mark, and that's going to keep things all square.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. 1 second, all that remains.
Cross button. Square button.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we have reached halftime here with not much scoring between these two teams. 6-6 our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, let's take a look at the next-gen stats from the first half for the Bucs. And they were able to have some success throwing the football against the secondary. Look for that to continue as they try to break this deadlock. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, we get a look at their numbers on the ground in that first half, as they'll be looking to rev things up here in a tie ball game.
Run out, run out, throw it short. Defend media, defend deep pass.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
Entering exhibition play now screen. You have 6 options. Resume is selected.
Socked much of the East Coast, not going away as we are back to it in the second half. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
There are 9 categories. We have 30 options. HD slam is selected.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's Hurts to throw. Got him in. It's Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 35. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Square button. Circle button.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Circle
It's
button.
caught. Smith. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 30 options. HD1 is selected.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
Entering play
So that
call,
time they
coach
got the left
suggestions.
guard
There
with
are
a
9
hold.
And let's
categories.
face it,
You
in
have
today's
3
ball,
options. Mesh
you might have
spot.
that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Square button.
Birds.
Square button. R1 button.
Over the
Circle
middle
button.
here to Brown. And they'll work this down
Entering
inside
play
the
call,
30.
coach curl combo.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. 72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on it. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Square button.
He's got it. Touchdown. Grant Calcaterra. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
The call from Nick Sirianni. Let's go for 2 here, he says. They'll try and run it here. And he'll get into the end zone. That gives his guys an 8-point lead. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in a 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the 2nd half.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are
Brady and the
7
Bucs now with a
categories.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his target. It's Evans. Finding room at midfield. He's still on his feet. Mike Evans, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, 75 yards. And the Bucs have come back to make it a 2-point game. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Return
Nothing
left
separating
is
these two
selected.
teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. From the 10. Jalen Hurts bringing the Eagles out for their next drive. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes. Some will move. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, the end of a route, too.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
R1 button. Circle button. Circle button.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Throwing is Hurts.
Triangle button.
And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
and that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Cross button. R1 button.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Circle button.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
But, partner, anytime someone tells me that fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a 3rd down attempt.
Here's Brett Kern now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So out come the Bucs now.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdon. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Over the middle to Evans.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
There are 7 categories.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Suggestions.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. White again. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get...
And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
Well, Leonard Fournette, not a guy to shy away from contact. He can lower the boom on you when he gets ahead of steam, and that was a heck of a run right there.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
Now he'll throw with Brady. Flush to his right, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Entering play call, coach suggestions, 7
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. To throw is Brady. This complete to Jones.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
Entering play call, coach suggestions.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. Succop's kick is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Button. Square button.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
Square button.
And that is incomplete.
Entering play call.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. Man open left side is Brown. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
There are 21 categories. You have 15 options.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
Triangle button. Triangle button. Cross button. Circle button.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired, while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still, some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Circle button. Cross button.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
That play was hard to see. One play goes wrong, and all of a sudden it's third and very long, but they've been in second and inches.
Yeah, I know you like the idea of taking a shot on second and inches, but you can't take a sack for that big of a loss.
That's the one thing you cannot do. They gave it up, and now they're way behind the chains. Good luck with this next play call.
And he showcases the spin, a pretty good game before he's taken down. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Dashing through the snow. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
We have 15 options, add again to selected.
This time, the extra point up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
This one fielded at the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field.
And they have to try and move past that pick-6 because now they're dealing with a fourth-quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points. A few better down a score in the fourth quarter than Tom Brady. This is 1st and 10.
After the pick-6, they go right back to the air. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Evans. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Categories.
On 1st down, Brady. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
T.J. Edwards.
What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you had extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. Now then after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Brady. And Brady has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First down now, but that clock rolling. That throw by Brady incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion. So I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone's going to be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can. Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Brady to throw. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 19. Now Brady. Right back to Chris Godwin. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Tom Brady with a touchdown pass to Chris Godwin. And the Buccaneers have taken a fourth-quarter lead. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Hurts and the Eagles now. Down 24-21. A little under a minute to go. Now they need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up first and 10.
Cross button.
Back to throw.
Square button. Triangle button. Triangle
He's going to
button.
let it fly.
Square button.
He's got a man. Complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
Entering play call, coach subject, YSAL, for vertical, strike HD scheme. Entering exhibition play. Call timeout is selected.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Entering play call, coach, YSAL, smash, strike HD scheme, 4 verticals.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10.
R1 button.
On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs have just about sewn up this football game. Just when you thought this game might be turned on its ear, a late interception pretty much going to seal the deal.
Yeah, boy, talk about having your backs to the wall. This defense, they look like they were in danger surrendering this lead, but they knew they needed that one play. And they got it right there, partner.
There are 7 categories.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
Entering post-game screen, you have 6 options. Finish game is selected. Entering play now look screen, you have 7 options. Favorite team's game, Washington Commanders at Philadelphia Eagles is selected.